Hello, my friends. This is Baal Kadmon, and I would like to thank you for watching and or listening to this podcast. Today, I went to the east side of Central Park to take some footage of something called Cleopatra's Needle. And of course, it has nothing to do with Cleopatra, but it does have something to do with ancient Egypt, which ties in nicely to the course that I'm going to be releasing about ancient Egypt, about its history, its hieroglyphs, and its magic. And I just thought this would be like a nice side video for you to see as part of the course. The course itself is still in production. I will be putting it in pre-release shortly. There's already like 90 videos, or rather 90 lessons that they will all become videos. So it's a lot of content, definitely a lot, but it's like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, you will have everything there. So anyway, here is the video that I took today in Central Park. Today is June 26th, 2020, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello. So I'm in Central Park right now, in a place that not many people know about, called Cleopatra's Needle. Now, it has nothing to do with Cleopatra, actually. This is an actual obelisk from the New Kingdom, from Thutmose III, about 1475 BC. This is the real deal. This is not a replica. So anyway, as part of this course, I wanted to present this to you as something of an oddity. It's a little hard to tell what's going on here. I'm going to try to zoom in to the cartouche, this one right here. And as you can see, that cartouche, you have the sun disk, you have a platform, and then you have a scarab. And that is the cartouche of Thutmose III. And he's the one who constructed this obelisk. And then you have other cartouches of like Ramses II, he added to it. But this is actually Thutmose III's obelisk. And Ramses added to it about 200 years later. So in that cartouche you have the sun disk, the platform, and the scarab. So that says right there, we have the middle character there is Min, and then we have the scarab, which is Kheper, and then the sun disk, which is Ra, so it's Men Kheper Ra. And that was actually Thutmose's the third throne name, and that's probably what people called him. We call him Thutmose the third due to Greek translation of his birth name, which is Jehuti Mise, or Jehuti Mis, and Jehuti is the god Thoth, because Thutmose. Now, I'd like to say that in their history, they didn't refer to themselves as I am Thutmose the first, second, or third. It was simply Thutmose, Ramses. They didn't have those designations, but they had several different names, and so you could distinguish them from their birth names, from their Horus names, their Nebti names, everything that I mentioned in the course. But I thought I would share this with you because this is right here in the middle of New York City, Central Park, on the east side, East 81st Street. So you just walk through the 79th Street transverse and you will get here. So this thing is about 70 feet tall, 224 tons, or about 203,000 kilograms. It's a huge monument, and it, like I said, it is original. And it has nothing to do with Cleopatra, even though they call it Cleopatra's Needle. It came here in the late 1800s, and some people in the Egyptian Authority want to bring it back to Egypt, which I understand, and because it is an Egyptian monument and it was taken before laws went into place. So, even though I really would like it to stay here in New York City, obviously, this is my birth city. I live here still, but I wouldn't challenge it because it is really an Egyptian monument. So let's go back to that cartouche if we can. There we go. So we have the Melteper Ra, which means lasting manifestation of Ra. And that is Tutmosis' third's throne name, and that's probably what everyone knew him as. The other stuff that is Ramses II is more about his military conquests, which he was very good at propagating. How much of that is true? We know in the Battle of Kadesh, a lot of that was not true. But in either case, I'm sorry, you can't really see this clearly, but it is here. It is real, and I just wanted to share this as part of the course. And I'm going to walk back. I live on the west side, on the Upper West Side. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I will speak to you soon. So mote it be. There you have it, my friends. My little trip to the Upper East Side, which is literally right across the park from where I live. And you saw here the Cleopatra's Needle. And that video is just like a side video for the course. The course goes into much greater depth. But I just wanted to add it because I thought it was like a nice, nifty thing that we can actually go and see here in the United States, and you didn't have to go all the way to Egypt. As I said, the course will be in pre-release shortly, and it will be a massive course. I mean, we're going through nearly 4,000 years of history. So I don't only cover the history, I also cover hieroglyphs and the basics on how to read them, and the magic, and I take you through a few rituals as well. All right, so I'm going to decompress for the night. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will speak to you soon. So mote it be.